Shalva Band pulled out of representing Israel at Eurovision. Shalva Band have made their debut, after pulling out of their bid to represent Israel. The 8-piece band were the interval act on the second semi-final in Tel Aviv on Thursday night, and performed a stunning rendition of A Million Dreams from The Greatest Showman soundtrack. All members of the band have disabilities, from living with blindness to Down syndrome and Williams syndrome, but formed after joining musical therapy at the Shalva National Center. And their powerful performance at the Eurovision semi-final had viewers at home and in the arena stunned. If Eurovision's final rehearsals had been held on any other day other than Friday, Shalva Band could have been representing Israel instead of Kobi Marami. The group were one of the finalists on Rising Star, the show which determines the Israeli Eurovision entry. However, they quit the contest after organizers refused to reschedule the jury performance and final rehearsals away from Shabbat. A number of the band are observant Jews, and refused to take part in rehearsals on Friday, which are watched by the jury to decide 50% of the final scores. The Israeli broadcaster KIN contacted the European Broadcasting Union to come up with a solution to allow Shalva to perform without breaking Shabbat, but they were not allowed to skip the Friday rehearsals. The Netherlands, Sweden, and Norway join the Eurovision Song Contest final. Eurovision fans get thirsty over Switzerland's entry Luca Hani, but sorry, he's taken. What is Joik, as heard in Norway's 2019 Eurovision entry Spirit in the Sky? Reigning champions Israel will be represented on Saturday night by Kobi Marami and his song Home, which has automatically qualified. The rest of the second semi-final saw Armenia, Ireland, Moldova, Switzerland, Latvia, Romania, Denmark, Sweden, Austria, Croatia, Malta, Lithuania, Russia, Albania, Norway, the Netherlands, North Macedonia, and Azerbaijan compete for the final 10 spots in Saturday's final. The Eurovision final takes place this Saturday. If you've got a story, video, or pictures, get in touch with the metro.co.uk entertainment team by emailing us, calling 020-3615-2145 or by visiting We'd love to hear from you. Ads keep our content free for everyone. Please note that by the Interactive Advertising Bureau IAB describes online personalized advertising through the below definitions. We put the storage of information, or access to information that is already stored, on your device, such as accessing advertising identifiers and / or other device identifiers, and / or using cookies or similar technologies. The collection and processing of information about your use of this site to subsequently personalize advertising for you in other contexts, i.e. on other sites or apps, over time. Typically, the collection of information, in combination with previously collected information, to select and deliver advertisements for you, and to measure the delivery and effectiveness of such advertisements. This includes the collection of information, in combination with previously collected information, to select and deliver content for you, and to measure the delivery and effectiveness of such content. This includes the collection of information about your use of the content, in combination with previously collected information, used to measure, understand, and report on your usage of the content. Ads keep our content free for everyone. We use additional third-party advertising companies who serve ads to help keep content free. For these partners, you will continue to receive advertising, however, it may not be tailored to your likely interests. Well, check in with you. Great. Thanks for choosing. You have opted out from our advertising partners.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.